Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about Farming Simulator 2025. So I just have their cinematic trailer looping in the background here while I talk on this video. So this was announced just recently, the Farming Simulator 2025. Since its announcement, I've been getting tons of people emailing me, direct messaging me, and asking what the plans are for FDR Logging and Farming Simulator 2025. Are we going to Farming Simulator 2025? What do we think of it? So it's really difficult for me to give a real accurate assessment of Farming Simulator 2025 because I haven't seen any gameplay videos. I haven't heard anything about logging. I haven't heard a whole lot in general. I have seen, obviously, this video. Now, from these videos, I am really not a fan of cinematic videos because I really like to see gameplay. I think cinematic videos are such a thing of the 90s. Like, I don't know why people still make cinematic videos, but hey, you know what? Power to them. They made a cinematic video. So the things you can gather from this is just obviously there's going to be new types of agriculture areas. You know, looks like they're going to Asia, doing rice fields and that kind of stuff. Again, not related to logging, but at least it kind of opens you up to environments. I don't know what that's going to mean for logging, whether we're going to see introduction of new types of trees or any of that kind of stuff. Now, they have mentioned that there's changes to the engine. Now, I know a lot of people are looking forward to a new engine for the game. Unfortunately, I kind of figured, based on previous comments from their development team, we're not going to be seeing a new engine anytime soon. I think a lot of people were hoping for like the Unreal Engine and that kind of stuff, but if that is happening, I imagine that's some pretty deep development that's going to take a long time. The speed at which this game popped out, what was it, 3 years? And I know 3 years is a long time, but it's probably not enough time for them to develop a whole new engine for the game, because it's taken them a long time to refine this to support the features that it has now. So for them to basically pick up and have a brand new engine is not just a snap of the finger thing. It'll take years and years and years to develop. So that being said, they're talking about ground deformation in the new game. They're talking about new crop types, yada, yada, yada. Trying not to be cynical about it, I do believe it's probably just going to be a very kind of copy-paste of the last game. I think it'll be Farming Simulator 2022 with some upgrades to the engine. That being said, I'm really hoping to see some real positive changes in the engine for logging. But again, us being the nichest market on Earth for logging, the news about logging stuff will probably take forever to come out. So until anything's really announced about the logging, there's not a lot I can say about how it's going to be implemented. I definitely plan to move to FS 2025 unless there's some kind of real god-awful hindrance that stops us from moving equipment over there. Again, every time the new games come up, we have to, reassess, look at the equipment, start again, learn new features, add new stuff. So it's not going to be just an instant swap over from this game. But yeah, I do have intention of moving to the new game when it does come out, as long as everything goes to plan. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, basically rebuilding the equipment again. I imagine the game is going to be very, very similar. The questions from most people are, what machines are you bringing over? Are you bringing machines over? I plan to bring over everything that you see now, or as much of it as I possibly can. I've kind of been settling my models and my equipment in a way that makes them very compatible for new games when they come out. In the past, I wasn't as organized. I didn't know as much about 3D modeling or any of that stuff. So this time around, I do have a lot of stuff that's kind of lined up in the pipe and ready to go. So when the new game does come out, regardless of the changing to the, modding procedures, I should have everything all lined up so that it should be really easy to get it going. The big exciting part for me is going to be having access to the in-game logging equipment. So basically, the DLC, the Platinum DLC, when it came out, we had we had the extra logging equipment. So you had the yarder stuff, you had the skidders, you had the feller buncher, like all that kind of stuff. So having access to that's going to be great. Currently, that Platinum DLC is locked. You can't get into it. You can't access the scripts. You can't access the files. You can't do anything with it, which is super unfortunate for us modders because I'd love to have access to a lot of those features, especially on the yarding type equipment. So going forward, the plan is when FS 2025 comes out, I should be able to have access to all those in-game files because they should be included in the base equipment. I'll have access to the tracks. I'll have access to the scripts for the yarding stuff. I'll have access to the files for locking. Like, there's tons of stuff that I'm really excited about that I don't have access to right now. Also, the winches and all that stuff will be included in the base game, so I won't be requiring players to buy DLC in order to get those features that you have to now. So that will be really good. Another really exciting thing, I can't go into too much detail, but I have signed on with two new companies, two new larger forestry companies that I'm producing equipment with in the background right now. Announcements for that stuff will be coming up here in the future, but it does kind of create a long-term relationship with these companies and with this franchise of Farming Simulator. So going forward in the future, the mods are going to keep coming. We're going to keep producing as long as we're able and things are going well. Again, with these new relationships with some of the forestry companies that I'm working with now, we want to see kind of a legacy of it continuing forward for as long as we possibly can. So some very exciting stuff coming up. There's lots of machines and models and stuff in the background that's getting produced right now. Again, I'll give you guys some more details about how that's going once we get to the stages of those companies being ready to start announcing stuff. So very exciting times ahead. Farming Simulator 2025, I think we're in for just another upgraded version of Farming Simulator 2022. I'm hoping for new fantastic features, but my bar is pretty low in terms of what we're going to see for big changes. So, if you guys have any other questions, you can leave them in the comments. You can shoot us emails, whatever. But I just wanted to get this kind of generalized announcement out so that people knew what my intentions were for the new game. All right, guys. Well, that's it. And look forward to giving you guys some exciting news coming up here soon. So we'll talk to you then. And we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.